we have celebrations, regrets, repairs, and some spending of the money. What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? All right, let's start with Carolina Tony. That's right. It is Tony and Deb's 50th anniversary, and they went to the inn at Christmas Place. It's a place in Pigeon Forge where it is Christmas all year round. So yeah, that's where they went and hung out and spent their 50th anniversary. Tony's a good dude, really cool guy. I had the pleasure of meeting up with him. We met up in Gettysburg. We spent the day together and hung out and did a little interview and all kinds of stuff. Very cool dude. So if you actually want to see that interview, you can go over to my page and go to the playlist and go to interviews, and you can see me hanging out with Tony for the day. So you go over and wish him a happy anniversary. All right, now let's talk about Dave, the Campulance Man. Yeah, he got not his channel like everybody else. He didn't get his channel hacked, but he got his info hacked. Somebody got his information enough to open a bank account and do some other things. Now, he found this stuff out that it was happening while he was on the road. And he said that since he was on the road, he kind of, ignored it because, he was on the road. He didn't acknowledge it, answer it, call and check or anything. So he was very lucky because he did eventually address it. So he's lucky he actually got it in time. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm glad everything got straightened out. And but let's face it. It's the Campulance Man, and he recounted the story and the steps that he took as only Dave could. Now, we all know, we're all well aware, anybody that watches him or knows of him, knows that he can drag a 10-minute story out to 30, 35 minutes easily. And this was no exception. There was quite a few of the squirrel, what? Ooh, shiny moments. And kind of just like this one.
That's one of the things that if I wasn't here sitting next to the Samsung color laser printer, scanner, copier, fax machine over here that Mom has, because I used to have the exact same one. It's sitting right over here in my house, and I gave it to my daughter when we moved out of the house. And it's a big monster color. It's a great Samsung machine. And so Mom got one, the exact same one. And, it does everything. So if I wasn't here with the ability to scan my driver's license.
Anyway, this is him telling you that he has to get some information and get it printed out. And all of a sudden, squirrel, yeah, this printer. And he told us all about it. I mean, everything except where he bought it, how much it cost, and and what the QR code was. But I just think it's funny. But yeah, anyway, luckily he got everything straightened out, got all the stuff taken off his credit reports, and got the bank accounts closed and all that good stuff. So yes, you owe me. I sat through that to find out what went on. All right, let's move along to My Nomadic Dream. Yeah, what did he do? Well, he got his bus worked on. I guess he was having some front end issues, so basically got his front end rebuilt. Not everything, but tie rod ends and all that good stuff. He got put on the old bus. If I remember correctly, the bus is a 2014. So when you got these old vehicles, you got to put in the time. You got to know what's going on. You have to address issues. If something comes up, you hear squeaks and rattles and bangs and stuff is doing things, and I guess the steering wheel was off as well. But yeah, when you have these old vehicles, if you want them to last, you have to keep on top of them and make repairs. And that's just one of those things that you got to do. And yeah, whether you're living in it or not, you got to keep up with your older vehicles. You got to keep up with the new ones too. So when they do get old, you don't have so much to do. So go over and check him out and see what else is going on with My Nomadic Dream. All right, now we have Scott. That's right, Static Campervan. He shares some regrets of living the minivan life. Yeah, after 10 years of living full time in minivan, he has a few regrets, and one of them is, I guess, the lack of travel.
This regret I want to talk about might be a bit hard for me to explain. I wished I would have prioritized traveling a little bit more years ago. Now, I do consider myself a nomad, but I'm not like a lot of nomads. In fact, a lot of my friends that are nomads, they travel all over the country or even all over the world, and that's not really something that I'm interested in. I generally travel in places that I want to spend a lot of time in.
Yeah, he sticks around in the places that he knows and, like he said, wants to spend time in. But, that's not his only regret. It's just little things like that. And so if you're interested in finding out any little regrets that he might have, go over and check out Scott at Static Campervan. All right, now let's talk about the Tater. All right, now Tater says that diesel is $10 a gallon back in LA. That's right, yes, the trip is over. They are video-wise back from Vegas, and they are actually back in LA. But again, rumor has it that they've been in Arizona for a little while. But his not only is the fuel prices going up, but his repair bill went up. I forgot to mention last time I talked about the old Tater that, they tacked on another $2,000 or more. So his bus repair is over $8,000 now. And a lot of you were saying that, they thought that it was going to be closer to 10,000 when it was all said and done. And you guys are smart. You guys are smart. You knew it was coming. And so it's 8. So maybe it might be that 10 that you have predicted when it's all said and done after all. But yeah, it keeps creeping up. All right. In Tater's latest video, it was just, I don't know. I guess if you're into seeing what's around, but Tater's been to these places before. Not the Sphere, but I mean, it's just more walking around and seeing the sights. But what I found interesting was the video, the way it started. It started with our lovely couple and they're poolside. Yeah. And not only are they poolside, but if you notice what I noticed, Tater's covering his head with a cat hair covered ball cap. You can see the cat hair and all the good stuff all over the old ball cap there covering the dome of the Nomadic Fanatic. I know we can't get his little chrome dome all burnt up in that Las Vegas sun, but it's just, how long has it been since they were near the kitties? I think it's been a while, hasn't it? So, I mean, how do you still have cat hair? Does he keep some of it in his pocket so he can sprinkle it all over? I don't understand how you can be away from the cats for a week and still have cat hair all over yourself, but I guess it's the Tater. Always camera ready. And I see those long waited for glasses. That's right, those ones that he waited so long for, and it was so important that he got them. I see that long wait and aggravation was totally worthless. He ain't wearing the damn things.
Aww.
So as I said, not much going on in this video. Tater was getting a bit tipsy. Yeah, it was very clear that he was consuming his barley pops. Diana was slurping down her mixed drinks as well. She didn't seem so, animated and loud, and, either she holds her liquor better or she wasn't drinking as much or whatever. But Tater it was very clear. It was very obvious that he was drinking. And, but other than that, just some slurping the food and more Prenny Press collection bullshit. And he had to show that off. But man, not a whole lot really going on. Well, Tater did mention that he saw a Harley store, and he went and got a $50 shirt. That's right. He got another 46. We'll round up. Okay. But yeah, he got another $50 shirt from the Harley shop. Said it was his 98th shirt.
Yay!
At anywhere from, say, 35 to $50 a pop. I'll let you do the gazintas and figure the math out on that, on how much money he blew on that shit. And before anyone wants to say, well, what is it any year? Spend this money, spend this money. Well, it's like this. If it's not anyone's business, it wouldn't be out there in public knowledge. Do you know what I spend my money on?
No.
No. You know why? Because I don't put it out for the world to see. Therefore, it's none of your business, right? But if you want to remain, if you want your finances and what you're doing and everything to remain none of my business, well, then don't say you're doing a budget trip. Don't say how much your flight in your room was. Don't film the sphere and all the food and drink. Don't tell everyone how much your shirt cost and how many you have. Don't update the world about the bus repair costs. Don't publicize your $8,000 bill. I would also say that the residents of Arizona should be interested in the frivolous spending while asking for a public defender. I don't know, right? Maybe he can use those all those little smash pennies that he's collecting as a down payment. Well, speaking of money, Matty Van Halen, he got the IRS hit me. Yeah, he put a big title up there that grabbed my attention. The IRS. I'm like, uh-oh, what happened? What's the deal? I mean, I know it is tax time, but damn. Well, I guess as we all know that most of them don't talk about. They talk about how much they make. Like the Tater, he'll brag and tell you that he makes $100,000 a year and this and that and all that stuff, but they don't tell you how much they pay in taxes and all that shit. But I guess apparently Matty got hit, and they're like, yo, you got to pay up, brah.
So as we walk into town in our socks and sandals, baby.
There you go. That's cool.
I'll tell you about the IRS. So I had high hopes this year. You know, last year I had to pay $1,900.
That ain't shit.
And I thought that was pretty terrible. Well, this year it's $3,140 that I have to pay on top of what else I've already paid all year. This is for...
Well, yeah, this is for 2025. We know how it works. But yeah, that's still not bad. He did say, you know, plus what else that he's paid all year. So I don't know. Does that mean that he actually was being a good little business boy and paying quarterly or whatever? But still, having to pay $3,000 when what? He probably gets that in what, a month or so? Yeah, that's nothing for him. I mean, he got good views. He gets 4, 5, 6, 10,000 views and shit. So I'm sure that's probably nothing. But yeah, it just goes to show you that, you know, these guys run around, they always brag about how much money they make. But yeah, if they ain't paying when it comes tax time, yeah. And no, don't start, oh, well, they bought a banana and that's tax deductible. And oh, they bought a new RV. Yeah, you talk to your accountant and see how much that stuff truly is deductible. And just because you went out and bought a new RV and you go, hey, well, I made a video about it. Yeah, that's right. $120,000 deducted. Doesn't quite work that way. And if you want to argue with me, go right ahead. I'm not the IRS. You don't have to convince me. So run your mouth all you want. Disagree all you want. Whatever. We'll just move along. But I guess buying a casita, getting a new transmission and a new guitar, it makes that, you know, payment just a little bit more painful, you know. But hey, at least the guy's doing what he's got to do and he's paying his bills. And that's a lot more than we can say for a lot of these mobile hobos. Isn't that true? Isn't that true? Because like I said, the wheeled wonders, yeah, they're quick to tell you how much money they got and how much money they need for you to give to them. but they don't tell you about their taxes too much. And that's going to take me to, you guessed it, the comment of the day. And today's comment is, Mike said off-grid videos at 3,000 views, yeah, they just weren't worth doing. He did say that. Now, the rant videos, not approaching that most of the time. So was that an excuse not to work on the homestead? And yeah, that's very true. It's a very true statement and a good little observation. Because, yeah, Mikey did have a rant, and even though his channel name is still Cheap Off-Grid Living, he's not talking about off-grid stuff no more. If you ask him about off-grid stuff, he snaps and he's all, rah, 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 rah. He did that to somebody on his live stream. And so now he's doing the world events things, and the sky is falling and the world is ending and all that other good shit, because his off-grid stuff, first of all, cost him money. Because doing projects, I got to go buy things like wood and screws and nails and paint and stuff, because you fucking people are dropping the ball and you're not buying shit off my wish list anymore. So I actually got to go out and spend my own damn money and buy my own things that I need to do projects. So that shit cost me money. And less than 3,000 views, that's not cutting it. I can't make a living doing that. So I'm going to talk about this stuff. You know, the shit that keeps me awake all night, so I can bitch about that. But they're only making a little over 2,000, so maybe that is just an excuse to say, hey, I'm not spending money on supplies that I need to do this off-grid self-sufficient shit, because you people dropped the ball and you ain't making me self-sufficient. So I'm just going to talk about the sky is falling until it actually does.
That's my opinion!
I'm BlindViews, and that's the way I see it.
What we do here is go back.